In this class, we will learn about using string variables with PHP. To review, a string variable is character data. It is enclosed in single or double quotes. It can contain one or more letters, an entire word, a sentence, paragraph, numbers, and most symbols. It is called scalar because it contains a single value. This is the most common type of variable used in most languages. Let's review using string variables with the echo statement. Here I have a variable called pet, and I am storing the value of dog in it. My next echo statement uses single quotes, and I have a string followed by the name of the variable. The second echo statement uses double quotes, which also has the string followed by the name of the variable.
If you look at the output on the right, you will see that when we use single quotes with the echo statement, the variable is treated as literal text. It displays the variable name.
However, when we use double quotes with the echo, PHP replaces the variable name with the value assigned to it. This also applies to using the print statement. It does not matter whether my variable value uses double or single quotes. What matters is the echo statement. I want to emphasize that PHP replaces the variables with their values within double quotes using echo. So here we have two variables, S1 and S2, and we are using them as the value of a third variable, and now we are using echo to display the value of that third variable, and you can see on the right here that it indeed does display correctly. Rather than joining variable values using double quotes, as we have just seen, we can concatenate them. Concatenate means to join, and the concatenation operator is a period. So rather than using double quotes, we can concatenate those two variables, store them in a third variable, and when we use the echo statement with that third variable, we indeed see the result of those two words. However, notice those two words are squashed side by side. There is no space in between them. Concatenate merely joins. It places them right next to each other. So if we wanted to have some space between those words, we would need to concatenate one character of white space, which is string data. So here we see a single quote, a space, and another single quote. And now we have two words separated by one character of white space. We have said that concatenate means to join, and the concatenation operator is the period. We also have a concatenation assignment operator, which is the period followed by the equal sign, and they have to be right next to each other. This allows us to do what is called building a string. We can add to an existing string of words. So here I have two variables, S1 and S2, and I am going to build a string using a third variable, greeting. So I assign the value of greeting to S1, and then I join to that existing value of greeting my empty space, and then I join to that existing value of greeting my variable S2. So we are not replacing the values of greeting, we are adding to it. And when I echo that variable, we see I have the correct expression.
Here we see a concatenation example using data retrieved from a form. We may have a form element with the name first underscore name, and another form element with the name last underscore name. In modern PHP, we should read those values carefully. The question mark operator is called the null coalescing operator. It gives PHP a backup value if the form field does not exist yet. The trim function removes extra spaces from the beginning and end of the submitted text. Now we can concatenate the first name and last name. Before displaying user-submitted text on a web page, we should escape it with htmlspecialchars function. So we create a new variable, safe underscore name, and then we assign it the htmlspecialchars function. We pass 3 arguments to the htmlspecialchars function: the variable name, the string being converted, the ent underscore quotes flag tells PHP to convert both double and single quotes. The UTF-8 value tells PHP which character encoding to use. Now we can safely display the result. Echo, thank you, the variable safe underscore name for your order, and then we get the output. Thank you, Teresa Pelkey, for your order. PHP gives us an NL2BR function that is commonly used with strings. The new line to break function adds an HTML line break before new line characters in a string. When a user types a message in a form and hits the enter key to start a new line, they leave behind an invisible marker called a new line character. The problem is that web browsers completely ignore these invisible markers when displaying a page. To fix this, PHP uses a tool called new line to break function. It searches the text for those invisible markers and drops a secret HTML tag, break tag, the BR tag, right next to them. This tag is the magic command that forces the browser to jump down to the very next line, making sure the user's message looks exactly the same way they typed it. The bottom line is we use a new line character in our PHP source code just to make our code neat and easier for us to read. We use the HTML break element when we want actual visible line breaks to display for the user in the browser. The new line to break function takes 2 values. The first value is the string. The second value is a Boolean value that controls the type of line break PHP creates. The second value, false, tells PHP to output a standard HTML style break tag. Leaving it as false skips the old XHTML style break tag, which has that extra ending slash. Since we use modern HTML, the clean break tag is exactly what we want. Here is an example of using the new line to break function. We have an echo statement. Our statement is being passed to this function along with the false parameter. Inside the string, the \n escape sequence creates a new line. A new line means the text moves to the next line. On the left, this is what it would look like in the web page. You would see one line on top of the other. In the view source, you would see one line and the break element, and you would see the next line underneath it. The new line to break function added the break tag. The \n escape sequence created the new line in the string. The new line to break function is especially useful with text area data. When users enter data in a text area, they may press the enter key to create a new line. This is a new line entered by the user. We can use the new line to break function so that those line breaks display in the browser. However, when displaying comments from a form, we should first escape the text with htmlspecialchars function. So we have the comments equal trim, and then inside of that the post superglobal, passing the comments, and then we have the null coalescing operator, and then the quotation marks. And then we have our save comments variable, and we have the htmlspecialchars, and we're passing the comments, the ent underscore quotes, and the UTF-8. And then we go ahead and echo the new line to break, and we pass that the save comments variable and the false flag. This allows the comments to display with line breaks while still treating the user's text as safe text instead of executable HTML or JavaScript.
HTML web forms are the primary means by which data is sent to the server. It is also the primary means for which we enter data into the web page. Therefore, we want to make sure that the data has no security issues. It is possible for the user to enter malicious code into a text box or into a text area. This is known as cross-site scripting, or XSS.
There are several things we can do to reduce security problems. The first step is to limit the number of characters the user can enter when a limit makes sense. The max length attribute can limit the number of characters in a text input. The max length attribute can also be used with a text area. However, max length is not a complete security solution. Use character limits to improve form design, but do not depend on character limits to secure the page. The most important beginner rule is escape user-submitted text before displaying it in HTML. PHP has several functions that can work with HTML characters and tags: htmlspecialchars, HTML entities, and strip_tags. The htmlspecialchars function converts special HTML characters to their HTML entity equivalents. The function helps prevent the browser from treating user-submitted text as HTML or JavaScript when the text is displayed on the page. For example, if a user enters a script tag, htmlspecialchars can convert the angle brackets into safe display text. Echo htmlspecialchars, and then inside of that we have our string. The browser displays the string as text instead of running it as code. The HTML entities function is similar to htmlspecialchars. It converts all applicable characters to HTML entities. Both HTML entities and htmlspecialchars do the same basic job of translating text into safe web codes. However, HTML entities goes into overdrive. It converts every single character that has a special HTML code, like turning the copyright symbol into the ampersand sign, copy, and then the semicolon. For everyday web forms, htmlspecialchars is the smarter, simpler code because it only targets the specific dangerous characters that hackers use to cause trouble, like left angle bracket and the right angle bracket. You don't need to overcomplicate your code with HTML entities for standard form values. The strip_tags function removes HTML and PHP tags from a string. For example, it can remove tags such as the paragraph tag, the strong tag, or the script tag. However, strip tags function should not be used as the main way to protect a page from cross-site scripting. It removes tags, but it does not make all user input safe. Use strip tags when your goal is to remove HTML or PHP tags from text. When your goal is to safely display user-submitted text in HTML, use htmlspecialchars function. PHP has a function named URL encode. This function is used when we want to place the text inside a URL. A URL is a web address. Sometimes a URL sends information to another page. For example, search.php, the question mark, the letter Q, an equal sign, and then PHP, and then a space, and then strings. The part after the question mark is called the query string. Problem is that some characters, such as spaces, do not travel well inside a URL. PHP can use URL encode to prepare the text before placing it in the URL. So we have $ equals PHP and then a space and then strings. And then we have a new variable named URL, and it is equal to search.php, the question mark, q, and the equal sign. And then we have the URL encode, and then inside of that, the variable search. And then we echo the URL. The output would be search.php, a question mark, the q equals PHP, and then a plus sign, and then strings. Notice that the space between PHP and strings changed into a plus sign. This helps the value travel correctly inside the URL. The URL encode function is usually used for one value that will be added to a URL. The URL decode function does the opposite of URL encode. It changes the URL encoded text back into regular text.